Hey guys, you already know who it is. It's your girl
And
Brianna.
your boy Cal, man. If you guys want to support the channel more right now, man, hit that link in the description. Come Patreon. If not, subscribe, tell a friend to keep running us up. Oof, Lord,
He needs some water.
Lord, yeah, I need a little
A little
water,
bit of
man.
milk.
Just seen doggone Rebel Moon Part 2,
Oh.
the Scargiver. Listen, the reason why you probably like, why y'all doing a review to Part 2, but I ain't seen nothing about 1, because we never watched 1 until today. We watched 1 and then we watched 2 right after. And in my opinion, for sure, just like in normal situations, doggone Part 2 is better than 1.
Part 1 was the setup for part 2.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, the way it was going and stuff like that, even with the action and everything, I liked the action and stuff that was in Part 1, especially when she started after that girl was finna get raped and everything like that. Like, it definitely took a leap for me. You know, the beginning, of course, of it is like, that's how most movies is. They give you a setup point to give you to this point. They give you a reason why she's finna do this. But and that's how I felt about Part 1. You know what I'm saying? Part 2 literally just was completely, you're here to do one thing. Like, we're going to protect this village. Plain and simple. Like, you're not going anywhere like crazy. Like, you're going right here. You're seeing her other stories about why. I understand why they called it, you know what I'm saying, the Scargiver, because it's giving you a glimpse into who she was. And then the only thing that was pissing me off the entire time was how they was trying to space out the different parts of her story. Like, you know what I'm saying, they give you one thing and then they stop it, like, tell us this, tell us what, okay, and then they come back, they be like, okay, we'll tell you this, and then okay,
I mean, but at the same time, that's what a good movie does. It keeps you wanting more. This movie, well, y'all can definitely go and sign up for your own Netflix and y'all can definitely watch it yourselves. But I enjoyed it a lot because this is what I expected Dune to give me. But Dune did not give me. Dune did not deliver.
So you saying it's better than Dune?
This is 10 times better than
Oh
Dune.
my god, y'all, she don't really like sci-fi stuff like that. So just in general, because I was a little shaky, that's why one of the reasons why I didn't want to watch, we didn't watch it, because I didn't think Bree might liked it. But for Bree to be able to say she was like, 1 is good, she was like, okay, 1, I like 1, let's go to 2. And right after this movie ended, you know what I'm saying, she was like, all right, go to part 3. I said, it's not out, babe. What you talking about? She's like, it gotta be a part 3. Go down, go to the collections. I'm like, babe.
Yeah, because like this right here is what I expected Dune to do for me. Like any sci-fi type of thing, I don't normally like it, but this right here was like, it was giving me like those little light, what they call it, not lightsabers, but a thing where they shoot
With the blasters.
the blasters, when they was using those and like fighting, and it was kind of cool. And then how they did it, like with the swords and stuff, like the sword was lighting up blue. Like, I ain't never seen a blue sword. Like, I haven't seen a lightsaber turn blue, but I ain't never seen a blue sword. So I was like, dang, that's dope. And then I really liked it, like the production of it. Like, it was just beautiful. Like how they added it, like edited it in, and like had different pieces in the movie where it was like you could see the CGI, you could see where it was like, oh man, that was kind of cool how they did it. Like when they was bringing in the spaceships and they had like the little hologram that was like basically letting them go through, but you can see it bounce back. I thought that was just so cool. It's like a cool little effect. And then I really liked it how they was like portraying the farmers on their little in their own little element, and then how they was, you know, building up each person in the movie, because it seemed like everybody had a part. It wasn't focused on, like, it was like, okay, yeah, we have Cora and we have these other people like leading it or trying to lead it, but at the same time it was like they was balancing it between Cora and a bunch of the other people that was there, but also with the farmers that was like trying to protect their own land. And I really feel like that's why I liked it more, because it included pretty much everybody.
Yeah, doggone sure. I already knew from the beginning, off of the gate, that my dude Noble, from the first movie, bro. Like, I feel like when it comes to a lot of movies now, like their templates in a certain way is kind of predictable, especially if you're somebody like me who's watched a lot of these movies and stuff. You can kind of predict the certain way that this is happening, especially if you know there's going to be another movie. So that's what kind of thing I got from part 1. So I wasn't really surprised completely when, okay, we watched this and, you know what I'm saying, he was in it, because off of the gate in the first movie, she didn't stab him in the heart. And normally
Right.
when they don't do a finishing move that literally is like, okay, bump it, end it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It comes into the next movie for sure.
They definitely gave us that spoiler though at the end of part 1. They basically told us that he was still
Yeah,
alive.
he was coming
So it was
back.
like, dang, like of course that led into part 2, and that's really why part 2 was so good. But I really, really loved part 2 because it was just
Yes.
giving me that extra that I needed. It was like, oh yeah, so this is what happened. This is that. You know,
Yeah.
it was answering all the
Yeah.
questions that you had from part 1. That's why I made part 2 was so good. But if you're not like a sci-fi person, because I mean I'm not a sci-fi person to be honest.
I'm about to say you're not
If
by
you're
any
not a
account.
sci-fi person like me, then I feel like you will like it. You will like this movie. You will like this production, just because it's got a little bit of everything into it. It got your little love story, it got your little fighting scene, and it got the people that you hate.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I definitely feel like this right here was a great production. So whoever directed this bad boy,
Zack Snyder. He made
yeah.
I don't think you've seen him the 300 movies and stuff, and he did the I think he did most of the Superman stuff.
I don't think I've watched the 300 movies, so if you guys would like me to, we definitely can watch it and then post it on our Patreon. If you guys are interested in that, definitely put it down in the comments if you would like for me to watch that.
Yeah, but just in general, it's a good movie. So you know what I'm saying, if you guys have Netflix, which I'm sure a lot of people have Netflix and everything, like
Yeah.
just check it out. It's a really good movie to me.
Mhm.
I know I've seen a lot of mixed reviews, especially about part 1, and I've seen mixed reviews already, just what I'm saying, for this. What I'm saying, this just coming from people who not really crazy technical and all the extra stuff that a lot of reviewers probably would be, like as far as production wise and everything. Like just
Yeah.
as a sight from me, just in general, it was a really good movie. I felt really good about it. I definitely like feel like Netflix did the right thing for sure, and did not try to like push this in some type of way to be like, oh, okay, we need to some kind of way put this in theaters. I don't feel like it needed it. I feel like,
It
what I'm
needed
saying,
to be
it's one of the
theaters.
movies that both of them are movies that are really good to see at home,
Yeah.
and have you captivated for the next one to come out. Cause like I said, Bree at the end of this was literally like straight, like I said, we'll go to part 3, and I was like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's building up.
It's
That's the only thing
definitely-
I hate about knowing like about movies that are the sci-fi movies that have parts to them, because it's just like you have more, like, bro, now you gotta wait a year or something else for the next one to come out to get the rest of the story that you just fell in love with for about 2 hours plus.
It really, like, I feel like with some of these movies and how they're produced, it get me so excited for. I feel like that's why I fell out of love with sci-fi movies, because it was like it was a book called Divergent, and then it was another book called Allegiance, and then they came out with the movie Divergent. I think they might have came out with the movie Allegiance, and then they just gave up on
Yeah,
me.
cause some
So-
of them stop. Cause some of them, a lot of times it depends on the success of certain ones. Do they feel like they need to make the next ones?
Yeah, but I really feel like that might have been why I fell out of love with it, because every time I had read a good book and it was like, oh my God, this is so good, I can't wait for it to come out into production. Then they come out in production and they always failed me. It seemed like they always failed me, or they stopped it. And I'm just like,
Maybe
oh my God.
other people probably didn't feel like it was that great, so they was just like, yeah. But then that's not always the case, because some movies they be really good, but they just don't make any more. So I mean,
yeah,
It
like
is what
it
it
was
is.
it was definitely good. They were both good movies. They pretty much followed the book to the T. So, but I don't know, like I definitely like this movie though.
yeah, I rate this out of 5. I rate this a 4.5. Only a 4.5 because of the simple fact it's a part. You know what I'm saying? I want
Yeah.
more. Period.
I would have liked it to be combined. I feel like this is a movie that it doesn't need to be in parts. It could have like left some things out.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
It could have left some things out, and it could have just like
Combined it. Yeah.
made it.
They
made
stretched it out.
Yeah. So for me, I probably would still give it a 3. Just because I would have liked it to be,
Yeah.
a little bit shorter, because I don't feel like it need to be in parts, but Damn.
Even if they did parts, I feel like it would have been good. Like if they used the hours very like consecutively. Like, okay, like this first hour is gonna be about this, the second hour is gonna be about this. Even if they did another part, but had this be the last one, they used the 2 hours to put these parts in each hour. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's hard to condense certain stuff when you want to tell such a wide span story.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
I
But
feel like with those though, that's the purpose of like flashbacks though. You
yeah,
know, they could have like in certain instances while she's fighting, snap me back to the dang on, you know, like slap me back to what she was doing when she was fighting before, and then slap me back, and then like I would have been able to kind of like figure it out, you know. I want to kind of figure it out as I go, but at the same time it was cool how they did it.
Yeah.
If they was gonna do it parts, I'm glad they did parts just like this, because part 1 set it up, part 2 was like, oh crap, part 3,
Yeah.
I don't know how y'all gonna
Part 3, I
how
think
y'all
is
gonna
it.
go crazy, because like y'all only, it's little small little farmers, they ain't that much of a fighter, and then you got these people who's like been rallied up to fight against these people who were like really slaughtering people, like
Yeah.
so I don't know how they're gonna do the part 3 for it, or if they even do the part 3. I don't know how they gonna
They gotta do
switch
part 3.
this up, because I mean, if she's the adopted child of the person who's out here slaughtering worlds, I mean, how do you fight that? Like, even if you got the rebels beside you, hun, how do you fight that? Like, I don't know, but I'm excited to see the next production.
Yeah, man. But hey, like I said before, man, check out the movie. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, it's a really good movie. But like I said before, man, if you guys want to support the channel more, there or not, man, hit that link in the description. Come Patreon. If not, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to keep running us up. We're gonna see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.
Devin B.